We had talked about adoption. I remember before we even decided we wanted to get married, just how cool it would be to adopt kids. The whole thing was, we thought it would be, have your own kids, then adopt after. And we went through a time where trying to have our own kids just wasn't happening, and doctors didn't even really have an answer for us, and so we just felt the tug of adopt, do it now. And we ran with it and thought, we're going to adopt 2 kids. 2. Liz wanted 2, she comes from the family where it's just 2 kids, so that's how you do family. I've got 3 brothers and sisters, so you do family with 4, right? So we thought maybe 2 now, 2 later. If we're ambitious, then we'll get our 4 kids.
We had joked, because we knew we wanted 2, but we had made the discussion that, if a third sibling or another child was in another orphanage or somewhere, if we would take that, and we said, of course, we're not going to split a family up, we'll keep a family together. And so because we kind of joked around with the orphanage director, then they felt like we kind of had to open door when the sibling group of 4 came up that they would give us a shot. There was never even a hesitation of no. We just knew that that's what God wanted us to do. It wasn't, obviously we had to verify financially that we could do it, but then, I don't know, we just knew that God would never have brought that to us if he didn't want us to take that leap of faith. Yeah. So we did.
Yeah, so it's been 15 months since we first went to Poland. On the second trip of that being the longer, getting the kids and going through the whole adoption process over there. And that whole process was the start of a huge work of God in our lives. And everything that we could have prepared for, just out the window.
Wouldn't have mattered
at all. And we're in the midst of it. Just saying, remember when this was something that was like sparkly wanting to do?
Being over there, I think, was just a huge bonding experience for us. Because I think that's one of the areas where I felt like our marriage took a huge turn from being solid to rock solid. Because we had each other, we counted on each other, and we had our faith to keep us going while we were there. And there's still times where I'll have some self-doubt and think, am I being too strict with my children? Am I being too hard? Am I a good mother? Am I doing what's right? And it's something that, Ben said, don't let the devil get the best of you. God would never have blessed you with these kids if you couldn't have handled it, if you couldn't be a good mother to these kids. But that's what has been awesome for me, is having Ben be that lifeline of support to remind me that I'm not going to be the best mom every day. I'm not going to be a perfect mom. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to learn. But that this is my purpose. This is what I should be doing.
And what I see is that just God knows what the future is going to be. And God says, just come near me and it's going to be okay.
Have faith in this.
But I want to have control, and I want to have it work a certain way. And that's where we get in trouble.
Yeah. But I think just seeing the change in me as a person, now as a mother, and I see how God has this purpose for me that I never would have fully understood, and I probably still have never fully understood it. But I just see how I've changed, and I hope and I think for the better. And the excitement that I have in raising these beautiful children and being a part of their lives, and just what that's giving back to me. And I think that has been just a really special thing for me to see how God has taken this blessing, but then turned it around in here too, in my heart. So